Live from Gahanna, WGLH TV presents Lincoln Live with Jaden Cohey and Sophia Gustafson.
Today, we head inside some classrooms where hands-on learning is taking place.
The boys' soccer team is having a winning season, and the game they've had circled on their calendar is tomorrow. We have a preview.
And honoring some of the best athletes this school has ever had. And they have some advice for all of you.
Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln.
I'm Jaden Cohey.
And I'm Sophia Gustafson.
Before we jump into the news, I have a question for you. How do you feel about the new edition of our homeroom schedule?
I feel really good. How about your homeroom?
It's fine. I understand why we're doing it.
Well, Student Council has come up with not one, but two new homeroom challenges to add a little fun competition to homeroom.
Here's Student Council member Aubrey Powell with more information.
One is a canned and non-perishable food drive starting tomorrow and going through all the way until the homeroom before homecoming. You can bring in anything that's non-perishable or canned. Another activity we're working on is the door decorating contest. Students, bring in any supplies that you want to put on your door to have the best door in the school. We will be judging them later that week.
Thanks, Aubrey. Creative music-based learning is taking place in the classrooms. The African American voice classes are working on class songs. Each class picks a track that they would like to use without the original lyrics, and each student comes up with a few bars to represent themselves. We talked to AA voice teacher Dr. Thomas about why the classes are doing this assignment.
Right now in AA Voice, we are working on a classroom song. It's an opportunity for all of us to bring our collective voices together to not only respect one another, but to also create an opportunity for us to see how unique we are and also how we can come together as a collective force.
Thanks, Dr. Thomas. Hope to hear the finished song soon. The environmental science classes are using our local environment to learn. The classes took a quick trip down to Creekside to learn about the wetland biomes that make up that area and how different factors of our environment affect the health of that nature that surrounds us. We caught up with a couple of students from Mr. Hardin's class to tell us more.
Today we went to Creekside and we studied the environment, like different leaves, what type of species they were, and if they were invasive or non-invasive, and then same with the animals. Learn how it impacts the environment, like bringing invasive species into the Creekside and if it harms the other animals that were already here beforehand.
We learned about the environment, pollution, and trash and how it affects the environment.
The Y Men and Women Club had an introductory meeting covering the basics of the club last Wednesday. This club helps diverse students through preparing for life after high school, gaining confidence on a daily basis, and by doing acts of service for the community. We also spoke with Clark Jackson on the details about the club. Here she is.
Some of the stuff that we did last year was the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. We went and helped sort out food for those in need. We also held a mental health discussion talk and an open mic night. So the open mic was mainly about spoken word and people just expressing themselves. And we also did the Spirit Week for Black History Month, or it was a African American Spirit Week, and it was just all different types of cultures.
Hey, Sophia, did you know that our boys soccer team is 5-3-1 this season?
I did. Actually, they're 1-0 in their conference. Tomorrow night, the boys face New Albany for a big OCC matchup.
I know they've been pretty excited for that game, and our Ray Tadako has been keeping
Young players stepping up. Their approach to the game is all a part of their culture.
We just really come together as a team going into the season. We started hanging out more outside. Make it pretty far in the tournament, so pretty excited for that.
They're on to OCCs with positivity in hand. With a current win streak, the boys are looking to work together and accomplish those goals they have. Their future is dependent on each other, and they're ready for what's next. This is Ray Tadako for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Ray, and good luck to the boys tomorrow night.
Hey, Jaden, I think there's someone joining us in the studio.
Let me guess. Is it Katie Bailey?
You're correct. How are you doing today, Katie?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Well, what do you have for us today?
Well, our Lady Lions tennis team is on the roll. The girls are having an amazing season so far. The Lions are currently 15-2. The Lions faced off against Lancaster last night, winning all 5 varsity matches. Natalia Garcia and Elena Amer won first doubles. Mary Grace Halliday and Alex Weiner won second doubles. Frankie Nuss won first singles, and Daniela Guzman won second singles, and Jackie Grant won third singles. I spoke to a few players after their matches to get their thoughts on what made them so successful last night. Here they are.
Key things in helping us win today, I think really just rallying back and forth, keeping a consistent shot against them really helps, because after a while they just kind of stopped. And
consistent shots and consistent serves and being aggressive, just really good consistency, and drop shotting was really helpful today too, and just being positive during the whole match.
Thanks, ladies, and the Lions will play tonight at home, so come out and support. With the new school year, there are new inductees into the Hall of Fame, and it's not the one in the auditorium hallway, but the Athletic Hall of Fame. All of these individuals have different stories and took different paths that brought them to the place they are right now. And our Angel Chrismon has the story.
There are 6 new members of the Athletic Hall of Fame, and they all had specific goals to achieve before they were even inducted into the Hall of Fame.
2009 State Championship.
Was hired out of Columbus to come to Gahanna. My goal was to take it to the next level, and wanted to push that on the players. They respected what we were trying to do, and from then on in, they just started believing they could win.
I'm not quite the most athletic person, but I was thankful that I found one sport that worked really well for me. I worked really hard at it though. Then I started to practice a lot. I went to a lot of different tournaments, took a lot of dedication.
And being dedicated has played a big role into a lot of these inductees' coaching and athletic careers here at Lincoln.
Football and wrestling during the time when I played and stuff, it was 100% dedication. Sun up, sun down, whatever we needed to do, practices, 2-a-days, it was ongoing.
My whole staff was dedicated. This was a year-round job, working with players in the sport, but also working with them to make sure they were doing well academically, socially, and mentally.
And with all the time and hours each of these inductees put in, they were all appreciated of the induction.
This is a fantastic accolade.
Honored, obviously, and surprised, but it's nice to be honored.
I'm very grateful, and it definitely wasn't just me that got me here. It's nice to be able to celebrate with a lot of these people.
The Hall of Fame inductees have been in the same shoes as many athletes and coaches here at Lincoln, and they have some advice too.
Make your goal that you want to be the best player, or whatever you're doing, be the best at what you're doing, and be willing to put the time in to do that. And if you do those things, the accolades will come.
If you've got some interest, you better do it while you're there in high school. If you got a coach that's on you, a music teacher, a band director, an art teacher, and somebody seeing some talent in you, trust their judgment.
Do what you love, what makes you happy. It's about what fills your bucket, fills your heart, and that's what's most important in your life.
And if you take their advice, the sky can be limitless. And who knows, you might be inducted into the Hall of Fame. This is Angel Chrismon for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Angel. Well, that's all the news I have for you today. Now let's send it back to the lovely Jaden and Sophia at the news desk.
Thanks, Katie.
Another sport here is just unstoppable. The girls volleyball team defeated Watkins last night in a hard-fought 5-set win.
They lost the first but battled back and won the last 3. Key players for the game were Audrey Kottner, Lael Simmons,
Jillian Sanders, and Noelle Perkins. We caught up with Audrey Kottner and Gabby Dials after the game win.
We lost the first 2 sets. It looked a little rough at first, then we got it all together. We started talking more, working as a team, talking about what we can do to shut them down, and then we got it done.
We started off down and our energy was low, but once we started picking back up, it really did help us because the energy was high and it brought the game up more. And I think we started playing more as a team, and it helps us farther and more games and stuff like that, and winning more games. We're keeping the undefeated streak. I think it's really good, and we're good as a team at the end of the game.
Congrats again, ladies, and good luck tonight against Pick North. Remember, to all sophomore Chinese students and above, all returning Honor Society members, that the first meeting for Chinese Honor Society is tomorrow after school at 3 o'clock in the Chinese classroom in L207.
Well, Lincoln, that's all we have for you today.
No show tomorrow because of homeroom.
Bye.